All right, friends, here we are. How is it 3 o'clock all day already? I have no idea. I'm gonna fade fast, but guess what? I'm teaching community ed tonight. I'll just have to maybe I'll have a sip of coffee or two, and then I'll rally. It's all about card making, so it's fun to me. Everyone, I welcome you, whether you are on live or on replay. We're gonna have a new product launch live. This is the third of the day. So go back and watch the other two if you missed them. And welcome. I am Lisa Harden. I'm coming to you live from the Stampin' Zoo in a beautiful Boise, Idaho. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. One of the things that means is that I sell all of these beautiful products I'm going to demonstrate for you today, plus a few thousand more. So if you would like a new hobby or if paper crafting has been with you for years and years, come on in. Let's stamp and chat. And let me show you a few new items from the annual catalog, from online exclusives, and more. Okay, everybody. Well, this is a new bundle. I believe it's in the catalog. If you will just indulge me for one moment, I am going to go over here and we are going to pop over to the website. One moment. I got a clickety clack. You know how that goes. As long as I don't lose you, all is well. Okay, let's get that guy. And I just want to show you, right? Well, hello. Hi, Lori, Ethel, and Trish. You guys, you three have been with me every time today. So thank you so much. One moment, I am loading up our screen. Let's see. Is this it? Let me see. I don't know if that's our screen share or not. Oh, it's a little. What? I think I need to go up here and then let's check it out. No, screen share. There we go. Look how beautiful it is. Our website is so gorgeous. And so this is the Stampin' Up! Website. I'm not logged into my own page, but please make sure if you are meaning to shop with me that you see my little face up here and where it says find a demonstrator. You can either click on that and search for me or your preferred demonstrator, or you can hit the link in all of my videos, my website, etc. You can always find a video to shop direct or a link to shop direct with me. So as you see here, there are all sorts of beautiful new products. Here is our special, our kit special. I talked about it earlier. Please take a look at it. And if you cruise down here, it tells you all sorts of things. Here is a preview of the beautiful Sip and Celebrate Celebratory Sips Suite. I am featuring products from this suite in my May Zoobilee class. You can register for that for a couple more days. Today is Tuesday, May 6th. I'm going to cut it off pretty soon. But it's going to be really fun. Lots of you have already decided to sign up for that. So if you are looking for something that I'm using, let's just say this bundle that I'm using right now, it's called More Messages. And I just typed that in. If you typed in messages, it would probably still come up. Okay, just start there if you don't know where else to go. And you can see right here, here's the bundle. It gives you some ideas. It shows the product very clearly. Here's the stamp set. Here are the dies. And then it shows you a couple of ideas. So it's very nice that way. It gets you started, okay? If you're in between watching me live, then you can watch some of, or you can troll the website for some great information. The other thing that they've added, which is so nice, is that every time you punch in a bundle or a suite, let's do Sip. Let's just do Sip because that will come up. Let's take a look at a big suite of products. So if we log on to the suite collection, we can either choose to add this to cart and get one of everything that's shown here, okay? And of course you can get more detail by just clicking show more. Or if we just want, let's say, the embossing folders from this set, If we click on this drop down menu here, where the product is, it will show us everything that is in this suite. So no longer do you have to search and search if you're looking for one embossing folder and you see me use it with, as in this case, the celebratory sips. You can go right there and then it will bring up the embossing folders. And then if you want to go back to the suite, click on the suite. Just FYI, make sure that you're clicking on either English or French, whatever you would like, but make sure that you are getting the right one, okay? I always just kind of do a double check. Now that I've ordered a couple of sets in French, which you know, I love French, so I really wasn't that sad to get them. But unfortunately, I speak a little French, but most people I know don't speak French. So anyway, make sure you're getting the English product if that's what you want. Okay, if you just want the paper, you can jet on over here and see beautiful pictures of the paper, lots of photos. They take a picture of every paper and show you the backside of every paper. And they show you lots of ideas. Here's a beautiful slimline card where they've just fussy cut all of the drinks and then just did a couple of different little embossed sentiments. So please know that the website is really fun. I think it's very fun to just skirt around and go here and there. And it's kind of like a rabbit hole for paper crafters. But if you're looking for something specific, just start with the search bar, put in the name, and again, make sure you are shopping with yourself if you are a demonstrator or your preferred demonstrator, whoever that might be, and then away you go, okay? Oh, and also product credits, which is our new Stampin' Rewards. They're called Stampin' Rewards. They will be shown in the upper right-hand side. You will always be able to see them once you log in to your account, okay? Whether you are a demonstrator or a customer. All right, so back to my featured bundle of this live, more messages. More than meets the eye with this one. First of all, it has so many great sentiments. I mean, hi there, lots of love. I won't read all of them. Always here for you, forever friends. I adore you. You're the absolute best. Way to go, lots of love. Okay, and then it has a die set. But here's the deal. This is what you get. This is after I've die cut them. You guys, it's one die. It's just one die. And furthermore, it's one stamp. So it's all in one go. You get, I think it's 17 sentiments with one inking and one stamping. Look at that. Isn't it so fun? So what you get is this. All right. This is a 6x6 piece of our 12x12. It's called Basic White, Whisper White. Sorry. Anyway, it's a 6x6 piece of that. This is the most economical way to use this stamp set because 4 1/4 really cuts it close on the edges. But I'd say at least a 5x6 piece of cardstock put into your Stamparatus, now retired, or your Misty, whatever you're using. Hello, Alicia. Okay, so anyway, you put that in there and then use your pressure tool to get a nice inking. It's the best. I mean, this is the best for sentiments and detailed images is red rubber. Then you take this die and then watch this. It cuts out all of the sentiments. The only thing you need to do is be really careful that you check all of them and then tape them down. Okay, I'm going to do that for you here. And you have the first one they had. Oh, we had another one that was like this. Yes, at least one more. I love this one. I think it's playful. And I think the shapes are shapes that I could just cut out blank and use with tons of different sentiments. I love just a little extra strip, whether a little extra strip, okay, a little extra sentiment strip, whether it be as part of a sentiment, you know, a more involved sentiment, or just a little quick add-on. Okay, this is what it looks like. I'm going to run it through the die cutting machine. You definitely, you got to have a nice, smooth die cutting machine. And where's my plate? You got to have a plate. Oh, gosh. Oh, it's on top. I told you as the day goes on, I'm getting a little loopy. So anyway, oh, it's so clear. I couldn't see it. That's the problem. So I have a clear top plate, and it's just about brand new. And I couldn't see it. All right, that's how crystal clear they are. So I'm going to run this through, and I'm going to bring it over to you, and you can see all the fun you make with one pass through the die cutter. Let me make sure that it doesn't move during, okay? And then, so this is the sandwich that it comes out, okay? And then look at all these. They just shake out. It's awesome. You feel so productive with one pass of the die cutting machine. And then, of course, I stamped the most basic white with memento black ink. But if you wanted to, of course, you can do a whole panel of 50 different colors if you want. And just keep them in little packets off to the side for when you use that, when you need them. And they're almost like your ephemera packs, only you have made them. And then, aren't they fun? Now, once you have it this way, you can add different layers of cardstock back behind it. You can add a punch behind it of specialty paper. You could also use your ink blenders or your blending brushes or your blends to color these panels. But you have all of these. And then here are some that I stamped that are simply blank to use as different layer pieces. So for right now, I'm just going to dump these in here. Okay, they're all individual. So then, then when you have them, they don't all look the same. They're not all just a bunch of circles. You could say like, good luck, way to go. Those could be in different inks. You can mix and match with existing sentiments that you have, right? Happy birthday, you're simply incredible. Thank you, you're simply incredible. Good luck, way to go. There's all sorts of sentiments that you can add to this really incredible one stamp and one die. Doesn't get much easier than that, right? So let's add some of these to some templates that I pre-cut. These are pretty basic. I wanted to show off, actually let's stamp it first. I wanted to show off some papers, and we will be showing off some beautiful florals. But first, let me show you how this goes down when you're stamping it, okay? So, I don't want to lose the pieces and parts because there's only one die and one stamp. Okay, so I have it loaded up, right? Remember I told you a 6x6 piece of cardstock is going to serve you the best. And you can get 4 of these out of our 12x12 papers, right? So no waste really, except a little bit around the margins. And thank you for watching, Debbie. Hello, hello. And thank you for sharing. Let's see if we can get those shares. Let's go. I want to see like 20 likes, right? Just for fun. Hey, I've been up most of today, beginning at midnight. Come on, I need a like. It will hopefully keep me fueled. Okay? All right, so we need an ink. Of course, you could, here's one thing I was thinking of, is you can kind of ink like two-sided. Some of them are not going to get inked, but if you had Stampin' Spots, you could really get into these little areas and ink all of that. In fact, I have Stampin' Spots. I have a lot of Stampin' Spots because I get the paper pumpkin every month. Want to see something pretty? Oh, look at this. Okay, so we could do a petunia pop, and we could do well, anything really, but let's do some petunia pop. And so in this way, you wouldn't have to stamp all of them at once. You're going to end up die cutting all of them. So for that matter, okay, come on. I hate using the scissors like this because they are sharp. I'm sure I could use the take your pick tool more safely. Okay, so there's our Petunia Pop. And again, these inks we do sell certain groupings of these inks, but the inks that I have, the Stampin' Spots, all came from the Paper Pumpkin. Every month you get one of these, and they're about 1 1/4 square. The surface is only about 1 inch square, but it works great. So let's see here. Let's try something a little different. Okay? You have to huff on it if you don't, go quite fast enough or whatever. But also, we are using the Stamparatus, so you can do this more than once. You can stamp the images more than once because it is a precision placement tool. And as I said, if you're looking for one, currently the Stamparatus is retired, but you can use, you can purchase the Misty, the MSTI. Okay, so yeah, you're going to need to take the lid off there, harden. Okay, do that, and then I see a tiny bit of navy right there. Now I just have to be careful to not get crazy and go over what I just did. Right? Okay, so this is a little bit of a different way to stamp it so that hopefully, we'll see how it turns out. But I think we can get some good 2 colors with 1 stamping. Right? Okay, so don't waste a lot of time. Get that put away. And then have your paper in place first. And there's no real place to put a magnet, maybe over here, but I have put just a little bit of seal on the back side of that cardstock so that I can come in just like this and there's not a magnet in my way. Sometimes I feel like that. Ooh, it's looking good. Needs to be redone though. Yeah, I think both of them do. And luckily I chose inks that are very discernible, even at half strength here. So we can just come right back in and Petunia Pop this situation and Night of Navy it. Who has this bundle or who was wondering what the heck it was, or, who missed it? Who missed it? I don't know why it caught my eye, frankly. I mean, I guess it was because it was nice sentiments. And then I was like, wait a minute. This is even better than I thought. Because this would be really fiddly if it was like 17 different stamps and 17 different dies, wouldn't it? Okay, let's see if we can get this. Let's see how it looks. Second stamping. Boy, if that comes out, I'm going to feel like a stamper extraordinaire. Oh, it looks so fun. It looks very good. There's a little bit right here on the D. I mean, you can like fine tune it a little bit. There's a little bit right there for incredible. See, you can just take a look at them, and then you've got this great Night of Navy, a Petunia Pop. Okay, so once you do that, of course, you'll clean this off with your chamois and put it away nicely, but we're not doing that right this minute. And then, where can I put this? We're going to run it through the die cutting machine again with that 1 die. And there's 1 way to put it, so you don't even have to choose. It's like, if you want to run it through with 1 die, now you could, as I said, you could use these for back layering, um, little layering pieces. So you could run this through with glimmer paper. Like we were using the ombre glimmer paper earlier today, and we will be using it again on another card. I couldn't help myself. Once I got it out, I realized this stuff is so pretty. Okay, so one more die cutting of this. And we're going to have, I don't know, 34 stamped images plus 17 um, clear labels ready for anything else. 3 passes in the die cutting machine. That's it. Oh, so fun. And they just fall, most of them fall out. Some of these are held in there with my repositionable tape, right? But really, it is a time saver. I can tell you right now, I'm going to be using this for classes, and I'll just send out a bunch of sentiments for a few cards and let them choose the sentiment they like. Oh, it gives it a little bit of a, then everybody's card's a little bit different. And then this is really pretty, and you could cut this in itself. It's a little too big for a standard card base, but you could put this onto a square card base and use the negative part of it. And then look at this. Oh my gosh. I should have chosen a sentiment before I dumped them all in there, but that's okay. Because the cards I'm going to show you that we're going to put together right now really are just fun, happy, all occasion cards. All right. So I have some pieces and parts cut with, one is a new set of papers and one is an existing set of papers that I really, if I had to choose one set of papers from the last 6 months, I would say it would be this one, which is mixed media florals. So one side is just black and white patterns, and then one side are all these great mixed media looking sentiment or patterns. We have used, this was a suite of products as well. We have used it a couple of times at least. It has 2 very bold flower images, and if you are interested, go onto the website just like I showed you and just look up mixed media, and it will bring up the suite of products, and then you can search all the different pieces and parts. Hold on now. Okay. All right, so speaking of that one, let's just start this first card. Okay, this really couldn't be simpler, but I just wanted to show you that this is about as simple as I get, and it's pretty simple. And it's easy. You can do this. Everybody can do this, okay? So card base, basic white, thick, right, as we've talked about this morning. And then just a layer on the front. What is this? That's an extra. I don't know what that's doing in there. I'll find out in a minute, I guess. And then I'm going to put some of this down at the bottom, some of this at the very top, and then this is going to go in the middle. Contraband. It's not contraband, but it is retired. It's some retired black glimmer paper, okay? And that's what it's going to look like. And then we're going to cut probably a larger circle. And I think it'd be kind of fun if we used Petunia Pop and then cut some paper back behind it that was Petunia Pop, okay? Now see, this is where I should have just left them alone. I really like you're the absolute best. Look what I did right there. Let's see, can I get it off with my sandable eraser? Maybe. It's pretty bright though, but let's see. Okay, so we don't sell this either, but you can find it at your local Amazon. It's a mono sand and rubber eraser, or just a sand eraser. This one has 2 different types in one. If you do it kind of lightly, it should lighten the color. It's not going to lighten this one. It's too dark. I don't know. I think that might be the perfect spot for a little embellishment. Okay, so we're probably going to have that there. And then I want to look for, I need a punch, because that fits in with our easy peasy theme. So let me grab a punch. Tons of punches, right? We have all sorts of punches, all different shapes and sizes. This one's 1 1/4. I kind of like that. 1 1/4 sounds fun. And of course, if you have any retired punches, get those out. That's fun too. Oh, 1 3/4. Yeah, okay. That's what I said. Not really. Okay. And so we have this one. It's not the same proportions, but it is the same type of modern oval. But I was thinking we're just going to use a piece of, the punch, the 1 3/4 inch punch. And then let me see what we have in the ombre paper. I don't know that we'll get there completely, but nothing has to be complete. We could use bubble bath, or we could use just the middle. We could cut out the middles of the colors. Are we having fun, everyone? Are we having fun today? Have you enjoyed coming live with me more than once? More than twice? Okay. That's fun right there. Okay. So let me grab my silicone mat because I'm going edge to edge with this DSP. And actually it gets fully covered, so I could just run a layer of glue on this. That's like the easiest, right? Now I kept this longer than I needed. I had it in there like that. And when I have DSP running edge to edge on a layer that could show, I really like to cut the papers a little bit longer anyway. Now this one I did not, because it just so happened to be that was the size of it. Since these are stacked on top of each other, I'm going to come right in and do that. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, black glimmer paper. I've kind of missed you. It'll be back, I'm sure. We'll use it some other time. Okay, and then you just trim it. It's easier with these. Just trim it out, and then it'll look really fantastic. And you won't have any DSP that's like 1/8 of an inch too short. I hate that. They always refer to it as high water pants. Nope. We don't like that look. That's not a good look for anybody. Unless they're ankle length pants, that's different. Okay, and then isn't that just sharp? Ooh, it's sharp. I like it. And guess what? Anything goes on it. So that would be, this would be a great bundle to use when you're making multiples. You know, if you're doing a swap or you're doing 20 cards for to give away as an all occasion set. Oh my gosh, just use these sentiments. They're perfect. Okay, and then this is going to get dimensionals, right? We gotta have some dimensionals. Okay. And I just don't want to throw those into my bowl of sentiments. That's the only thing I have to kind of remember. Okay, that's gone. Oh, so cute. Now, wait a minute. This one, that was coming up a little bit. I must have just missed it a little bit with the ink. Oh, my Lord. She's gorgeous. She's so pretty. 1 minute. Let me grab a Tuna Pop ribbon. Let's see if we want even more back behind the little circle. Hey, Kim, you got skipped, you got spooked with the Tales of Cloud Cover ink, so you ordered the refill and ink spot. I think that's a good idea. Then, I mean, you know, as they have said, it's working fine. It's going to be more consistent with that, and so that's a good idea. No wrong answer. I don't care for that. I don't care for that. I think we just want embellishments and glimmer. I'm starting to cover. If I did that, I would start to cover up the glimmer paper that is like the star of this show. Okay. And then this guy goes here. And then we need to use some Seal Plus on this embellishment. I mean, this sentiment, because we're going on to glimmer paper. And so regular seal is not going to do it. And liquid glue is not going to do it either. Okay. Oh, that's fun. All right. One moment. It's pretty like low key, even though it's glimmery. So we can do all sorts of things with embellishments if we want. Whoa. We could use puffy embellishments. We're not going to, but we could. I'm just thinking sparkle, of course. Sparkle. Ooh, some of these are retired. Dang it. So sad. You know I love a good embellishment, but everything has its time and everything has to go eventually. Oh, let's see. We could use these. I think that's fun. They are Starburst sequins. They're flat, but they're crimped all around the edge, so they look like they're not flat. Is that great? And then flat. So I'm going to grab these crushed curry. Just kidding. Just kidding. Not the crushed curry ones. Not the white ones. We're going to use the fresh freesia. Now, I know we have Petunia Pop, but I think the fresh freesia is kind of intense enough that we're going to have fun with it here. Perfect. Perfect. And can we do it? Perfect. Okay, it's kind of weird to put that there, but that was covering ink, right? And then perfect and perfect. Oh, so cute. That's a simple card. That's a showy card, right? And that could be for a thank you. That could be for a lot of things, a birthday. You're the absolute best. Happy birthday. Okay, let's do it again. So fun. Let's do it again. All right, this one is another little template, and I am using, everything's getting buried again. I almost put my shirt in the punch. Not to worry. Okay. Bone folder. I'm cleaning up after every live, but this is just how it rolls. I'm like, I almost didn't make this one. I think I was on at 3:02. I was running. Oh my gosh. Okay. So again, the glimmer paper that I ended up using on both of the cards now, like this beautiful piece, comes from these larger ombres, and they are called Pastel Ombre Glimmer Paper. 164851 is the item number on that paper. You will get a ton of use out of it. It's probably got 10 different colors in it. It's insane. It's insane with beauty. Okay, let's put this back. We don't need it. Oh, but we might put ribbon on this one if we can find a way, because we've got some really pretty 1/8" faux velvet ribbon. As I always say, no velvets were harmed in the making of this ribbon. Faux velvet is so funny. Like, what is it then? I thought velvet itself was faux. No? Guess not. Okay, now for this one, I have 2 different pieces of a pack of paper, and I just grabbed the 2 slices. Where's my paper name? Let's see. Here it is. The name of this is, I don't know, Floral something? Impressions of Bloom? It might be the Impressions of Bloom. Floral Impressions. This is the paper that I offered as the 5th month bonus in the In Color class. So it can be this color paper, it can be this paper or some other thing. If you're in the In Color Club, you get to choose for free. But it has most, if not all, of the new In Colors. Isn't it pretty? Take a peek. Look at this beautiful paper. So many different choices. And the patterns on the back are great. And I don't feel bad using them. You get so much of the paper. I mean, come on. That's cool. But then that one, this one's really nice. Look at it. It's so beautiful. So if you take a cross cut of it, you can get so many different colors. Oh, just gorgeous Stampin' Up! And now these labels might be a little too big, but these also went live and they are in the annual catalog. And they are Boiled Frames and Labels Ephemera Pack. All right. I don't think they're all the same. I think we get 2 sheets of each. Yep, they're quite large though. They probably won't go with what we use. Look at that. So anyway, very easy to add an extra layer. You can stamp on them. This is a probably made of our basic white. It feels like the same kind of a nice smooth texture. So I'm not going to use them for this one, but you will want to have them on hand. Okay, this one's very easy. We're just going to glue these little squares down and they're going to go in each corner, and then the glimmer again is going to be put in the middle. Okay, so we'll just give it, try and start, the first one you start is going to be the most important, right? Then everything else will follow, hopefully. Okay. Everything else will follow. Okay, let's see here. That's good. And then this guy, I'm just kind of doing them kitty corner to each other, the florals, and then the non-floral pattern, the B side, if you will. Okay, this is on a fresh freesia panel. And then this is a piece of that ombre paper, but again, there's so many different colors on it. This really just looks like a sliver of fresh freesia. Might have a little bit of bubble bath on either side of it, but not much. Ooh, that's pretty. And so all of this just blends in and looks so gorgeous. Don't you think? I think that's quite pretty. And we definitely can use the ribbon on this. Let's tie it around the middle. Yes, it's very sweet. Let's see if I can tie it in a bow. You know what? Now that I'm feeling it, it's one-sided. I just forgot about that. So we're going to do a faux bow with the faux velvet. All right, again, let's get that silicone mat out. And I'm going to start from the front so I can see it here. And I will push it into the Seal Plus that I have put onto the back. See that? The 2 strips. And it won't stick when you are working on the silicone mat. Okay, I'm going to trim off this excess. And then that looks very put together. Now let's wait until everything else is finished before we decide where we're going to put a bow or if we're going to put a bow. Let's put dimensionals on this. pop it up. And I have this going on a basic white thick card base as well. You get 2 from one of your sheets of paper. So again, no waste. No waste on that. Okay. Oh, so cute. So, so cute. And I love this big, wide border of white. It really makes everything pop. Look at that. Okay, so now let's choose something. We could do a navy. I'm really kind of liking the navy as I just grab it out of there because this color is Secret Sea, but the way it's kind of feathered in there, it really does just look like one of these. This looks like the same color. And I love Secret Sea. Now let's see that. Let's see this. This might be overwhelming to this little pattern. See, I was thinking about, oh, you definitely could do that. Let's do it just for fun. But I can tell that the scale is not going to be quite right. This punch will overwhelm our template. But for the future, know that this is a nice way to nest that particular one. And there are probably more that look a little bit like this. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Actually, what's going on there? You know what? This one has a little, it's the very last one on the side, so it has the end cut off of it. No worries. It's really not going to be a big deal with this one, to be quite honest. And you know what else you can do? You can make, it's a scissor charm in the form of a scissor. You can make your own shape. There we go. Okay, so back to this one. Let's put some dimensionals on either side of it. I need the minis. It looks like it needs some extra room on either end. You guys with me? Is this thing on? Are we liking? Are we sharing? Are we subscribing? Gosh, I've worked hard for you today, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Yes, I hope you've enjoyed it because I have enjoyed it. And so feel free, as I've been saying, to leave me comments, questions. If you have questions about the products, oh, you know what? I think that's black. Who cares? So if you have questions about the products, if you have questions about my classes or anything in my links, please let me know because I'm happy to help. I do run this as a business. And so I'm really happy to have you join in any of the classes that you think sound fun. Now I'm going to try a different style of tying a bow, right? Where you make the loops first. Let's see if we can get this thing fuzzy on both sides versus one-sided because this ribbon is one-sided. Okay, I think, yes, I have to mess with it a little bit. I think it's going to work. Okay, so do loops. You're so welcome, Lori. Yes. The way I said that, I'm sure it sounded like I was wanting a thank you, which is always nice. I'm not saying that, but I guess what I was saying was I was very excited to be with you. And if you guys like and share and subscribe, that helps me so much. Just so much. It does. I'm sure you're thinking she asks that every time. I ask it every time because it's always important. It always helps we little independent business owners out here get the word out about our business. Okay, so that's really sweet. And I like a poofy bow. She's adorable. All right, and then you just have to decide, where am I going to put this? I kind of want to put it just like perched right up here on the corner. I'm definitely going to use a glue dot because it's fuzzy, right? And so it needs some extra I don't know what else you'd use. You definitely wouldn't use liquid glue. That's never going to work. And I'm actually going to put this kind of in a lump on the corner. Okay. And then I'm going to press the bow into it. Okay. And that's super cute. And of course, we're going to want some embellishments. You're doing the zoo instead of taking your old lady snooze. I love it. Wow. I can't believe I beat sleep because I gotta be honest, not much does around here. Like, even if I'm like, I could stay up and have a snack or I could get a little nap, it's the nap. Just shocking. It's shocking. And these are strawberry slush and pretty in pink. Some of them are just downright clear. We're going to think about using those. I need to go through this. I kind of forgot to go through my embellishments as far as last chance items. And now I'm like, oh no, I don't want to use something retired on this. And so I'm a little like, which is it? Which is retired? Which is not? I'm sure that when I read it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to remember that. Hey, these are cute, right? They fit. And who doesn't like the brushed brass butterflies? Very hard to say. Let's see if I have one opened. Nope. So I have used butterflies. I've used from the butterflies to the peppermints today. I think that's pretty wide range of embellishments. Sue, you're very sweet. I know the way I said that, it was like, you guys better appreciate this. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it at all. Sometimes when you're live, especially as I've said, I'm a little sleep deprived today, you just kind of say goofy things or say things in a goofy way, and you just recover as best you can. Okay, these are so sweet and eye-catching, but they're completely flat. So, again, really nice for mailing. Oh, I like this card a lot. Okay, you guys, in less than an hour, we made 50 sentiments, extra die cuts, and 2 cards. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for my style of card making and my speed. So please don't forget, this is the More Messages bundle. It's fantastic. Go to the beginning of this this particular live if you're a little unsure about going online and ordering, because I showed you how easy it is to and how great the search feature is. So I do the best I can to give you the item numbers, but I can't possibly give you the item numbers of everything. I know I don't. And so that's just one way you can shop for the products that I've been using. And the other way is simply to text me and say, hey, what did you use? Or put a comment in the live and ask me for more detail, because that's part of what I love doing, is helping you find the products you like and make the things that you want to make. Okay, everyone, hope you've had fun with that. And so give More Messages a try, because that's exactly what it is. More messages. Messages for days. All right, everyone, I've had a blast hanging out with you today. Feel free to contact me. That's all I can really say. Have fun shopping the new catalog. And I am always available to place orders for you. And you would still earn your stamp and rewards and things like that. And so anyway, please don't feel strange about giving me a text and asking me, you know, things in particular, or just saying, I can't find such and such. Sign me up for this class. Okay? I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you. I would like to go take a nap. I think I can probably lay down for about 20 minutes. Should I? No. I'm just going to power through. All right, everybody. Have a great day. I'll see you on Thursday.